Hello you lot, how's it going? Hope you're alright, happy and dandy, and loving life, because that's what you should be doing. This is number, I think, what is this, number 2, update number 2 or something, on the Talbot Express motorhome. I promised I'd keep doing updates because some of you are following it. So, let's get on a tripod, get a little bit comfortable. It's not going to be a lot, it's just going to be me talking, because unfortunately I still haven't got anything to show you. But at least you'll know what's going on, if you're following it, that is. This seems like a nice comfortable spot. Now, this is update number 2, I think. If you haven't seen number 1 or you haven't seen any of the other videos, I recommend you go and have a look on the channel. If I remember, I'll put a link in the corner or in the description or somewhere, but I very often forget. But just to give a small backstory, those of you that already know it, I'm sorry to bore you, but for those that may have stumbled across this and are watching it, so I bought a Talbot Express about 2 years ago now from a lovely couple, but it turns out that they had hidden a load of rot and damp, they just screwed over brand new plywood over the walls and put some, oh, I haven't got any left. I was going to show you an example, but they put some like sticky diamond sheeting over it all to cover it all up. So I went round with a damp meter when I went to go and look at it, and it was reading dry, and it didn't smell of damp, and yeah, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I found it damp. I stripped it all apart myself, and then I ran out of time. It was just wasting time, you know. Doing it myself was wasting time. The kids were getting fed up. Like, when are we going camping? When are we going in the camper van? I thought, right. So and then I decided to get a professional to do it. So I found a company about an hour and a half away from me, and they gave me a quote, blah blah. Okay, happy with that, and had to wait about 6 months or so before I could actually drop it off there. Then I dropped it off. It was supposed to be started the following month, but listen, that's where we are now. So nothing has really changed at all, unfortunately. Originally, I was told it was going to be started in February 2023. Going to be started on, and it would take about a month. He said to me, and I understood completely, that it would go in the workshop and it would be worked on in stages. So he'd do a bit, and then he'd do a caravan or something, you know, because he has to keep the money flowing in, which I completely understand. This is a one-man band company that I've got to do the job. He works on his own. He's obviously got to pay his rent on his workshop and all the other stuff. So I understand, because if it's going to take him a month to do this work, and I'm not paying him any money up front, it's all going to be at the end. So I understand that he'd have to get other jobs in the meantime in order to keep the money flowing and money coming in. I completely understand all of that. It was supposed to be started in February 2023. Nothing happened. And then it was supposed to be started mid-March. Nothing happened. And now he reckons that he's been doing other damp repairs instead of ours. Which, you know, I'm not going to judge. He seems like a nice bloke. It's very disappointing that that's how it's worked out. He's putting other ones in front of ours, but I don't know if that's the true story or not. I mean, they might have been in the queue, because I've been down to his unit now 3 times. One time when I dropped it off, another time when I went to go and see him and do something else, and the third time, I just went there. And it all seems perfectly reasonable, you know. He's got loads of caravans lined up, people going in, dropping them off, picking them up all the time. All the reviews are good and everything, so it's just unfortunate. But the last email that I got from him, he said that it should be, again, this is what it says every time, it should be in a certain date, but he reckons he might have a bit of workshop space by the end of May. And we're now on the 13th of April. That's it, 13th of April 2023. So I'm thinking to myself, when do we draw the line? When do we just say, all right, enough's enough now. It's been long enough, and we can't wait no more. because I've got every single penny of our savings is in that motorhome as it is, you know. And in order to pay for it to be repaired, I've been working 2 jobs, all the hours I can get, selling my belongings and things. I don't mean to sound it dramatic. I'm doing it on purpose because I want to get the motorhome done. You know, it's not something I've got to do. It's not life or death, but that's what I've been doing. So I just want to rock and roll. You know what I mean? As soon as I hear that it's been started, I'll be happy. But at the moment, it hasn't even been started. So that's where we're at. I'll go back to the line. When do we draw the line? In a minute. So in the meantime, you know, we're wasting time, aren't we? You know, we could be going on little family holidays, making memories and things. We go in the tent. We've got a tent. We go camping every now and again. We went camping last weekend, bank holiday Friday, and it was Saturday, Sunday, and then bank holiday Monday as well. So 4 days, 3 nights. We went camping, but thing is with the tent, I'm not prepared to risk the tent. Some people don't bother. I mean, I love camping in the rain. Don't get me wrong. Rain doesn't bother me. I'll camp in the rain. I'll be camping in the cold. I'll be cold. I'll be wet. I don't care. Problem being, we bought our tent a few years ago. A long time ago actually, and it was expensive. It was about a £250 tent back then. Don't know what they are now. And so I won't put it away wet. You see, we don't have anywhere to put it up at home for it to dry out. If I had somewhere to put it up to dry out, I wouldn't mind. But we could go down the park and put it up. But then I've got to stay with it. No, I can't just leave it down the park, because where I live, it'll either get vandalised, people will go in it and smoke and drink and whatever. You might get a tramp turn up in it and might not want to leave, or someone will just nick it. Simple as that. Dogs will go around. I can't leave it in the park. So if we had a garden big enough, I could put it up in the garden and you'd just leave it there and go to work, come back, whatever, dry up. I can't do that. So yeah, we went camping. We had to abandon. We lost 2 days worth that we'd paid for. They obviously wouldn't. I didn't ask for a refund, but they wouldn't refund it because it's not their weather's not their, you know, problem. I've got a text message from the beautiful wife. I'll read that in a minute. So yeah, the tent can be a bit of a problem. And also it takes a while to set up, you know. So my thinking is, we're going to try and get ourselves a small caravan. Now, I'm not going to go down and make the same mistake as last time. I found a bloke. He'll inspect it for damp, which is the main problem, and any structural problems, for quite a reasonable price. So we're just on the lookout now. The idea is that the reasoning behind this is, obviously with a motorhome you have to pay your tax, your MOT and your insurance. You don't have to pay that with a tent obviously, but with a caravan you don't have to pay tax, MOT. You can get it insured if you want to against fire and theft while it's parked, but you don't have to by law, and you don't have to get it insured to tow either. I tow trailers and caravans and stuff all the time, and you don't have to do that. If you have a crash and you damage somebody's car with your caravan, the car insurance that you've got will cover the cost of the other person, the third party's belongings, but not your caravan, which is completely fine for us. We'll be looking at a caravan for about £500-600, just a small little 2-berth one, you know. And we can still go on our holidays and enjoy it while we're waiting for the motorhome to be done. That is the thinking. You know, at the moment we have to think about timings and everything. We don't want to get there late at night because we don't want to be putting a tent up late at night when it's dark. You know, but with a little caravan we can go there and we can still enjoy our holiday. So that's the thinking for now. Going to try and get a little caravan. Get it inspected for damp and rot first, so we don't go down the same mistake as what I done last time with the Talbot. I'll get a professional. And you know, we'll see how it goes from there. I've had a lot of messages and well, not a lot, I've had 3 or 4 messages and I think 2 or 3 comments on various of these Talbot videos from you lot saying that you've also got Talbots and you're also working on them. So it's fantastic that we've all got Talbots and we're all keeping them all together, you know, keeping them, restoring them. It'll be done. I mean, like I say, when will we draw the line on this company, you know? I've said to myself, He said to me the end of May he should get it started. So I've said to myself, if it comes the end of May and I don't hear anything, I'll leave it till sort of mid sort of June-ish, and I'll send him an email. Or he never answers the phone because he was too busy, which I completely understand. I'll send him an email. If it hasn't been started, I think I'm going to just say, well, you lot leave me your opinion. Put it in the comments. What's your opinion? What do you think I should do? But me and the missus, we sort of think, right, we'll say, right, okay, we'll have it back. And we'll take it back. And then I've got two choices, really. Three choices. I mean, there is another company that would take it on, but they're in Lancashire. And that's about 4 hours away. So it would be a case of getting it there, waiting again for them, because they've got a waiting list as well. They've got about a year's waiting list. It's all just time, isn't it, So I could find someone else to take it on and do it, which is unlikely. I could do it myself. The whole reason I wasn't doing it myself in the first place was time. And the time it's taken for him to start it, I could have finished it myself. Would it have been as good of a job? No, because I'm not a professional campervan motorhome repairer. But it would be done. So I could do that myself, chip at it every sort of Sunday afternoon until it's done. I've got a couple of people that offered to help me, but it's still time, isn't it? Take a long time. But then again, if we've got a little caravan, we can still be going on our holidays, enjoying making memories while we're getting the motorhome done. So there is that option, do it myself. The other option is to take it back, sell it for what I can get for it, which I will lose a lot of money, move on. Maybe invest it in a better caravan, because we're going to buy a caravan for about £500-600. It ain't going to be very good, but as long as it's dry, I don't care. But if we was to sell it and we get as much money, sell the motorhome and we get as much money back as possible, maybe we could upgrade to a slightly better caravan and just keep a caravan. There's a few options, but I'd rather keep the Talbot. I love the character. It's just a brilliant, brilliant motorhome. And the van section of it itself, the cab layout and the way it drives and the petrol engine, so much character. It's all brilliant. It's just a shame that the situation has worked out as it has. But there we go. But it's my birthday next week. So anybody who's all my family and that have all said, what do you want? I've said, no, I don't want anything. I'd like just some money. So hopefully I'll get a little bit of birthday money, might better sell a few things. I've got some ham radio and stuff that I've been selling, getting rid of some ham radios. I've got nothing left now, no hobby stuff apart from a few RC cars. That's about it. And I get myself a little caravan. So that will be on the channel. If we get ourselves a little caravan, I'll be doing videos of that, and then we can continue. You lot all said you wanted to see videos of the campsites that we go to and the little adventures that we have, plus reviews of the campsites. We get a little caravan, we'll be doing that. So there we go, you lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you lot on the next one. Enjoy yourselves and love life, because that's what it's all about. Ciao for now, you lot.